everybody, welcome to Provost Park Pass. I'm Chris Provost. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then make sure you hit that little notification bell because every time we get new information about Disney, we're going to make a video to get you guys informed about what's going on in the world of Disney. So make sure that notification bell is clicked. All right, let's get started. A lot of things have happened the last couple of days in the world of Disney, and I'm going to talk to you about each one and break it down for you guys. First off, Disney Shanghai opened on May 11th, on Monday. And everybody, all the Disney executives, I'm sure, around the world and all the fans are watching what's going on in Shanghai because that's going to kind of be the blueprint of what's going to happen to the other parks. Now, Disney Media released a video talking about the measures they are taking in Disney Shanghai to prepare people. Number one, face masks. Face masks are required by guests and also by cast members. Cast members are wearing them. Number two, they're doing social distancing. Social distancing. They have it marked out like on the ground where you can, when you're waiting in line, where you can stand and where you cannot stand, where you can stand and cannot stand, causing social distancing. They've also put it on like the handrails, little tape things on handrails, letting you know you can stand here, you cannot stand here for social distancing, which is a way that they're trying to encourage social distancing. And I've watched lots of different videos about the opening of Shanghai, and some of them showed social distancing going great. Others have showed people kind of getting a little excited, we're kind of crowding, which I think is to be expected. How could you not? You're getting Disney, you're like, yeah, you get there super fast. And so, but the one thing I did notice is that everybody did have on their face mask. Well, this morning, Bob Chapek, the CEO of Disney, did an interview to talk about Disneyland Shanghai on CNBC. And then, of course, it diverted over to talking about the parks here in the United States of America. And I thought some of the things he said were very interesting. He talked about how that they dipped their toe in reopening with Shanghai by having Disneytown open up. Disneytown is like their Disney Springs or downtown Disney. And he said that when they opened it up, that the guests who came were very compliant with the rules. And that's the word he used, was compliant. And he also mentioned that at Disney Shanghai on opening day that the guests were very compliant. I think the word there that's important that we're realizing is the word compliant, because he then went on to say that in Asian cultures, people are used to wearing face masks when they go out. That's kind of the norm, and it's not seen as being weird. Where here in America, that's not the norm. At least it hasn't been the norm. And so for people to it's going to take a little while for people to get used to wearing face masks. I think what he was trying to say there is when they open up Disney Springs on May 20th, they're going to be saying, can people follow the rules, the social distancing guidelines? Can they also make sure they're keeping their masks off? Are people being compliant? If they are doing that, then I think Disney will be able to open up the parks with a little more ease and be like, okay, we're good to go here, and it's gonna be a positive experience. I think if people refuse to do the guidelines that Disney has put in for Disney Springs, that would give them pause on maybe opening the parks a little bit sooner. The other thing that he said that I thought was super interesting, he said that it's going to take Americans a little bit of time to get used to wearing these masks in hot and humid weather. Now, of course, Florida, it's always hot and humid, right? But I think he's specifically talking maybe about July or August. And this is why I think that. It's because when he was talking about Shanghai Disney and Disneytown, their downtown Disney, he said that they had it open for a month and people are compliant and then they were able to open up their park. I think they're watching to see exactly what's happening here at Disney Springs, opening up on May 20th. And on May 20th, that will open up. Limited restaurants and venues will be opened. And what I noticed online is on June 1st, a lot more restaurants will be opening up. I think they'll be watching how people respond to that. Walt Disney World is no longer taking reservations for June. You can't make a reservation to go to Walt Disney World for the month of June. You can for July as of right now. So I think what they're waiting to see is, are the guests who are coming to Disney Springs, are they being compliant and following the social distancing guidelines and also wearing their masks? And I think if we can do that well, then they might get ready to be opening up Walt Disney World, maybe in July or August, because Bob Chapek said about wearing these masks in hot and humid weather, which when I think of hot and humid, I think of July, particularly August weather, and getting used to that. Now, what type of mask do we need to wear when we go to these parks? It's not been determined yet. We'll find out as we get a little closer. But it is going to be a requirement. Cast members will be wearing them and guests will be required to wear them. What about when you eat food? Disney said you can't take your mask off, obviously, when you eat your food, but then once you're done, you put your food back on. How's that going to work with toddlers and little children? I'm not exactly sure. My son Miles is 3. And we have some little children's face masks for him, and he'll wear them. But after a while, he does not want to keep wearing them. So it's going to be a little bit of struggle for parents with little kids to have them keep their masks on. Maybe we just have to train them a little better. Can you just wear a bandana? Does that have to be a certain type of mask? What if you don't go when you get there? Will they just give you one, or will you have to buy one? It's unclear at this time. I'm sure as we get closer to opening the park, they will be letting us know what's happening. Now, another big announcement is that the custodial staff was in Walt Disney World. They have been called back. Woo! That's awesome. Way to go, custodial staff. We love the custodial staff. They are called back to get Disney Springs ready for the public. I think that they might also be getting the parks ready to have kind of be working here. So this is a big deal. We're excited to see what's happening with everything that's going on in Walt Disney World. I mean, things are changing, and we're excited to see. But it's interesting to me what they're talking about. And for sure, what's going to be happening is we are going to be required masks and to be wearing masks when we're in Florida. And it's going to be a little bit difficult to get used to that because it's going to be hot and humid. We'll see. Now, I'm curious, on a little side note for you guys, I'm curious how you guys are doing. The weather has gotten so nice outside, and it's making I want to get out of the house and go, because I feel like if the weather's great, I mean, nothing bad can happen in good weather, it feels like. I'm like, I don't want to have to social distancing or quarantine anymore. And I've noticed that people are out about a little bit more. And I think it is going to be a temptation for people to get to Florida and to take those masks off. And I just want to know how you guys feel about that. Are you guys doing okay? And how are things going well for you and your family? I just want you guys to know I think every one of you is awesome. I appreciate your guys' support and your feedback. Go ahead and put any comments down below. If I miss some news, go ahead and put that down below. Tell me, would you wear a mask? Would you go on opening day? Would you not go on opening day? How do you feel about this? I mean, it is going to be a totally new thing. As Bob Chapek said in his interview, it's the rebirth of Disney, which I think it is. Things are going to be different when we go back to Disney, but the magic will still be the same. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, guys. Thank you and have a fantastic day. Oh, by the way, deep breaths. We're going to be fine. Wash your hands a lot. Don't touch your face. You're going to be fine.